Introduce our trustee who's been working very hard with us for the last 2 years. I stalked her for many years to become a trustee and took her out of retirement. She was running another charity and she said never again, but thank you very much for being with us. So please welcome to the front our trustee and hopefully co-chair.
I'm really embarrassed because I'm not coming.
I know. So if you speak, you have to donate to everyone's list. 50 quid, yeah?
So I'm one of these awful people that's too ill and too old to join you. But anyway, listen, all I wanted to say, guys, was thank you. I mean, really, thank you. Because honestly, do you know, I was in Vrindavan last week, and day one, first thing in the morning, go into assembly, and the girls, as they chant, they dance. Okay? And do you know what? I've seen that several times, as has Rupert. But the thing that really hit me was, it's the one time in their day that they can be completely free to be themselves, to express themselves, to be who they want to be, choreograph their own dances. It's magical. But even that is sometimes overlooked from outside. Do you see what I mean? They're not being judged or whatever. So a gymnasium, a sports hall is going to give them somewhere where they can be themselves and really kind of just express who they are. So you're doing a fabulous, fabulous job. Thank you so much. I know I'm saying this on behalf of all the trustees, but I've actually got shivers down my back just thinking about how amazing this is.
Is Guruji himself and a dear friend, and I think this is really something we've been meaning to work together for many years, and I you know, have had good relationships with all our suppliers, but I just think this is more than a business relationship. This is a friendship and a genuine respect, hopefully, for each other. So it's been a real joy. And Budry's reputation is second to none. You only have to speak to anyone in the North London region who does treks. The Deshi Ramblers, the Grimside Route, you know, whoever. Everybody knows him. In fact, at Rajan's house yesterday, I met a whole load of his alumni, trekking alumni, and these guys have a lot of time on their hands. Some of them go on 6 trips with you a year, don't they? So, and it's, we went to the travel show and wedding together. Okay, here we go. So, remembering why we're doing it for the children, in the words of Rupert Raghunath. And Rupert also sent a message. He's obviously in India. He's had a terrible flu of late, so he sends his love and regards, and everybody. That's what we're doing it for. So, Killy boys, Sock Henry boys and girls, Tuk-Tukers.
It's the same boring lot.
It's the same boring lot, isn't it? Nothing's changed. Vivekananda's in the back. So, we've done 3, and I thought, what do we do? Here we go, we're going to do this. Forget the cycling, that's been taken out.
I still want that cycle.
This is the sea kayaking. It's still an option, which we will discuss. Okay, we're working with a wonderful organisation, Earthbound Expeditions. This is some of their credentials worldwide. I think, Budry, you have how many off-the-shelf events that you can do at any one time as an organisation?
Probably about at the time 20 over.
20 over, but there's about 40 on your website, I think.
Yeah.
Right. So lots of experience. Lots of recognition, TripAdvisor, New York Times, Sunday Morning Herald, etc., etc. So we're in good company. So we're going to do Costa Rica. We're going to start on the beach. We're going to end up doing headstands on the Irizu. That's the Irizu mountain. That was Budry. And then we'll see a bit of beauty. Lots of beauty. This is the sloth we came across on day 1. And it was a video, but I couldn't get the video to work. He was so slow, unbelievable. It was beautiful to watch. Balletic, absolutely beautiful to watch. And then we go rafting, and this is the end point of the rafting. This is in El Nido del Tigre, the nest of the tiger. El Nido del Tigre. And then we take you back on the beach. It's easy, isn't it?
Yeah. So easy.
And those people are waiting for us on the beach.
Mr. Bench, not to look.
Her name is Bella. What's that? Okay, so the non-UK participants are unfortunately not with us today. Rupert, Asa Datre, everyone who've been to Vrindavan with us before will have met Datre. She is a wonderful force of energy. I'm not going to even say her age, but she is a force of energy, and I'm getting the feeling she's going to... She has plats, she's just amazing. And her bestie is Asa. So they are actually disciples of Srila Prabhupada. They were Hare Krishnas and still are practicing, but obviously they live outside the confines of a temple now and have jobs and everything. Datre was in Ireland this year, working over in Ireland, and we didn't get them. And Dalit is a dear friend of ours. He sends his apologies. His mother passed away recently, so he's obviously got a lot on at the moment. I will tell you a little bit more about Dalit when we come to the fundraising part. So today's your opportunity to liaise after we finish here and figure out how you get to the airport. I'm not going to do that for you. So figure out how you get to the airport. Yes, Usha? Tejan? What about him? Oh, Tejan's not here, but he's UK based. That was the non-UK based. I'm getting to Tejan in a minute. Okay. All 26 participants, including Tejan, who's not here, and is his knee all right? He's going to be all right? Yeah. Okay. He had a knee injury, right? Okay. So 26 of us. 15 of us are on the group booking, where you pay 2,599. That's known as the group booking, where I booked your flight. 11 of you are on individual references. Now I'm going to show you a few slides. If your name isn't on the right slide, I need to know today. Everyone meet at Gatwick South Terminal. Is this clear? Gatwick South. Repeat. Gatwick South. One more time. South. Gatwick South at 8:15. Now, just in case somebody said it's on Monday, I just want you all to repeat. Tuesday. All right. Yeah. Ring me last minute, you'll get a slap. All right. So Tuesday 19th, 8:15 at Gatwick. Thank you very much. This is Gatwick South. If you're walking in this direction, this will be on your left-hand side, and this is where we're going to meet. This is a new shop or some office being built. You'll see it says check-in zones A to C, A to C. That is the British Airways area, the entire area. But don't go in there. Don't check in unless you don't like me. Go ahead. I would like to meet everyone here. Now, if this boarding isn't there, look out for, the toilets going in that direction. Look out for this sign. And stand where this man is standing.
Will he be standing there when you go?
Pardon? He's going to be there. His name's Brian. Okay? So you'll see it. You can't miss it. Those of you coming on public transport, you come out of the train station and you'll go left and you will see this. It's very easy. BA passengers on the group reference, which I have booked, are Ajay, Abhi, B. Bhaskar, Bhavesh Devan, Dr. Harry, Idris, Jan, Paresh, Pankaj, Rajan, Tajan, Ravan. Anyone else? That should be on my booking. Absolutely clear? Nobody else should be on that booking? I've not made a mistake?
There's only 14 there.
There's 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good. Passengers on individual references are Arti Badri, Bharat, Deepak, Nayan, Priti, Raj Tanks, Reshma, Sonak, Tejan, Vipul. Have I missed anyone?
Yes.
There's one Tejan.
The other slide had his name on the
Huh?
The other slide had his name on the song.
Are you sure?
Tajan.
Taj.
I'm on my glasses.
Yeah, all right. Okay, so going back to the individual, anyone missing on that? Have I missed anyone? Because that's trouble if I have.
Bella.
Great. Bella's already there. Right, here you go. This will be on the pack that you're getting very soon. This is your flight details. You've asked me quite a lot of times. Put it into your brain. Tuesday, meeting at 8:15 at Gatwick South, and your flight is at 11:15 Gatwick South, and we arrive at San Jose at 16:50. Yeah, that's all 26 of us.
Is it a direct flight now?
It is a direct flight. There is right now. Here's the reason why I'm telling you this. Individuals, and 15 plus 11 is 26. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Now the reason I'm asking you this is the people on the individual references. There is a possibility you can go ahead and check in. You'll have your own check-in. Go ahead and do that if you wish. Or, if I know today, I can let BA, I have a contact at BA, who can join us all into one big group of 26. Now what that would mean is you would not have a right to say I want a window seat or an aisle seat or a middle seat. We'll get a group of 26. I get window, you get middle, you get aisle. You come up to me and say you want the window, you want... so between us, like we've always done, we work it out. But it just takes away your right if you do want a specific seat or you want to sit miles away from us, from the group. So it's entirely up to you, but I need to know by text, by WhatsApp, private message, don't put it on the group if you don't want to. Just message me saying, yes, join me on the group. And then I will add your reference to our reference, or I won't, Usha will. You've got lots to do tomorrow, but tomorrow is the deadline for that. If I don't hear from you by 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, that's it, you just go on your own, you check in on your own, you know. But please meet us at least at 8:15, okay? Outbound, I told you 11:15, and then return. Now this is slightly tricky, because we got 15, and then we got 11, but then out of the 11, Arti, Deepak, Nain, Raj, Tanks, Reshma, Tejan, and Vipul are on weird sort of going by Madrid. Is that right? Madrid or somewhere?
Yeah,
Bolivia. Raj is staying on for 3 months or something. Oh, sorry. Sorry, your wife didn't know that, sorry. So, no, I think you'd arranged that anyway, hadn't you?
She's dropping him.
She's dropping it. Yeah. Yeah, please do not be dropped at Heathrow. Somebody did mention to me today they thought it was Heathrow. It's Gatwick, definitely. So 19. Listen up. 19 of us will be on the return flight, and this is the flight details. These guys, I didn't put your flight details. There's no point. You know your flight details. Now, on the way back, we might not be able to sit 26. It might be 15 and the 4 of you, and I'll tell you where we're sat. You'll have plenty of time to work that out because we're together for 11 days. 10 days, 12 days? 11, 12 days. Okay, so is that all clear up until this point? Okay, you will get all this information, like I say, but is there any burning questions at this point? 23 kilo luggage allowance. You are allowed a hand luggage, which is standard, you know, rucksack type of thing. So you're allowed a hand luggage. What do we do with Poles?
Yeah, you can.
And Czechs and Romanians? No. Poles, yeah. What do can you check them in?
Yeah, check it.
Inside the suitcase.
Inside the suitcase.
Inside the suitcase. I remember we went away one time and there was Rajan, and you all had rucksacks and you had your poles and you were legging it through security. Literally, they jumped the gate. Bunch of Indians running through Heathrow. That wasn't fun. Okay, moving on. Here we go. Question and answers. This has all been answered, but let's do it one more time. Rabies. Here is the official advice. All participants must have fully comprehensive travel insurance, medical evacuation, repatriation. It must be included. Generally, policies will allow up to $5 or $10 million or pounds. More than enough. If you've got a policy that says 100,000, 200,000, you really need to think twice about renewing that policy. Usha must have, and I know she's asked, and maybe it's not been clear about what she's asking for. Everyone has a travel insurance, we're aware of that, and you've told us it's with Aviva. But that, at that point, isn't good enough. I need to know your policy number and the emergency phone number I phone when you break your leg, get bitten by a snake, catch rabies, jump off, you know, the whitewater raft. I need to know that policy number because they will not deal with me unless I have your policy number. It's very important Usha gets that by tomorrow. If you haven't sent it, please send it. Is that the best thing, or should they just send it anyway, regardless? I know some of you have done it. I'm just trying to think.
You can say 70% of people haven't done it.
Haven't.
Because they've left travel insurance to the last moment.
Right.
But I think tomorrow should be the deadline.
Can we all do that by tomorrow? Get Usha the name of the supplier, the policy number, and the emergency telephone number. 3 things on a separate email, and just say my travel insurance as it's like. Is that okay? You need to declare your medical pre-existing medical conditions and tell them you're trekking, not in altitude. Most policies say below 4,500. Yes is the answer. We are definitely below 4,500. Maximum is what? 3.2?
No, we're going 2.3 is the maximum.
2.3 of trekking, but then the irreduced 3.2. But that's not trekking, so that's a drive. And whitewater rafting, grade 2 to 4. My experience was, I told them what I'm doing, they said it's called an extension, hazardous activities extension. It cost me £45 for the year. I said I don't want it to the year, I just want it to my renewal in January. She said, okay, have it till the renewal in January, it's £9. That's all it costs. Okay? Immunizations, rabies! Your call. The official advice is you must do a rabies jab, diphtheria, tetanus, typhoid, Hep A and Hep B if you're having body fluids being exchanged or doing drugs. So that is the official advice. You must check on this travel health. It's on the NHS website. This is what comes up. And it's entirely your call. This is the official advice. I'm on camera saying it. I take no responsibility for anyone. But can you just tell me who has had a rabies jab? Right, could you just make a note of these people? Because when the dog's running towards me, I'm picking you up and throwing you in the way. That's how we're going to deal with my lack of rabies.
It's not the dog, it's the bat.
And it's the bats, you're right. Oh my God, has it died? No! No. Something oh, there you are. Alrighty. Okay.
It's just to say it's too late to have the rabies.
No, it's not. It's actually not. So you have very good point. Tomorrow morning you can go to the travel clinic. There's one wherever where do you open? There's a 7-day accelerated course. So day 1 Monday, day 3 Thursday.
That is only available if the nurse who's going to give it to you
is prepared to.
that
Yeah.
you can take it. So
Yeah.
She may say to me, you can't have it. So
I agree. You haven't left it too late. The point is, tomorrow is the absolute deadline. You have to start dose 1 of the 3. So
We're running out of the injections though.
they are, and you know what? The thing is, having spoken to our suppliers, let me just put your mind at ease a bit.
Just a few days ago, we
We had a meeting with them in Wednesday at the World Travel Expo, and then we phoned them as well. Look, we are no more than 5 hours away at any one point from an emergency hospital in San Jose. You're never more than 5 hours. An ambulance can get you there, no problem. Now, whether they've got the immunization, the immunoglobulin, that'll be it, or they got the injection or not, I don't know. That's then whether you've had the jab or not, it doesn't matter. If you've had the jab or not, we're still going for the same treatment pretty much. So it's really dependent on the hospital supplying it. So Fez has made very clear he knows, and he would phone ahead to the hospitals. Dog bite, bat bite, I'm bringing them in. Have you got it? Snake bite, they have antivenoms. Mosquito bites, maybe not. Okay, it's the sole responsibility of the participant to ensure they're fully up to date with the immunizations and medical prophylaxis, namely all the injections, and there's a discussion about malaria prophylaxis if you want to do malaria tablets. Read up, do what you want, it's your call, and I can't influence you in any way. Currency and money, dollars are widely accepted. The local currency is colons. Cash is what you're going to need for entry. You're all asking, how much should I take? How long is a piece of string? You'll arrive, you'll have opportunity to spend. You'll finish, you'll have opportunity to spend. Cards will be available at the beginning, at the end, like card points, tapping, paying for things by card. I'm sure that's available, right? In those major conurbations. En route, there's nothing for you to spend your money on, is there? Now, the occasional drink here and there, you might want some cash. It's really, I would say $200 is enough. Personally, that's what I would say, $150, $200. However, having said that, we talk about tips. Everyone who's been on these events before knows that it's really customary and these guys rely on tips. I'm suggesting $50 per person that we put into a kitty, give it to the company, and they distribute it to those guys who've been working. ATMs will be available at the airport, and if you want to consider this a currency card like Monzo, Starling, you might be too late to apply for one of those, but the post office have an off-the-shelf card, which is like a debit card. You load it up, and that gives you the interbank rate. It's quite good on if you're going to buy things, souvenirs and things. Otherwise, straightforward, Visa, MasterCard available everywhere. Usable. Yeah. Phone. We've had this discussion. Vipul, thank you very much. That was really helpful. I did this as well. So you have an opportunity to buy a SIM in the airport in Costa Rica. It was a right royal pain in the proverbial. Vipul found out about 3UK. They offer a pay-as-you-go SIM. Don't order the free one. Order the one with a £10 or £20 or £25 add-on. Once you've got that add-on, you can then roam freely in Costa Rica with your data. You can phone back to the UK, unlimited calls and text back to the UK. That's my understanding. Again, it's your responsibility to double-check that information. You might end up in Costa Rica and get a text saying this isn't valid. Yeah. In which case, at the airport, buy that SIM.
I've never had a problem with the SIM.
Yeah. Okay. Great. The reason I'm doubting Vips,
Because some of them, we didn't have that.
we didn't have it. No, but I bought a local SIM and it was a pain. It was slow and all
It
that.
didn't work enough.
But I was thinking this is only available to contract users. It's not, right? With the add-on, it's okay.
The add-on.
Great. Video and photography, Sonic and Basker and Chags. Aj? Where's Aj?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, Ice. There he is, video man. They're going to sort of, maybe while we're there, give some advice on what's the best way to take photographs, what sort of format, you know, how you should set your camera phone. Then we're going to try and share it collectively. And Sonic, where are you? There you are. Do you want to say a few words about that now?
Yeah, I mean, we can figure it out closer to the time, but when we're using this Google Photos app, I don't think that everybody should be syncing back to that whilst we're out there, because it's going to eat into the data, eat into your battery, which is obviously going to be precious. And it's something that you can do after the trip, so we can have this shared album, which is already set up, take all of your photos out there with or without data, whatever you want. And then when we're in a position where we have power, we have good network, sync all of those up into the album and have that all collected up. Because you don't really need to be looking at the photos of the things that you can see in real life on your album.
Yeah.
So I think it's better to do that right at the end.
So, but you'll have to coordinate that, right?
Yeah.
Great.
Just about to say, you need a Gmail account to access the photo album.
So
go
can
to
everyone-
Gmail,
Sorry,
set one up.
Yeah, can everyone set up a Gmail before you leave? Make sure you've got Gmail before you leave. I think that'll be helpful, right?
Yeah.
Smashing. Talking of electricity and plugs, we found out that there is electricity en route in the campsites, but there might not be loads of plugs like there is here. There might be one plug. I'll bring a 10-way. I'll plug that in. That's the collective 10-way. You decide who needs it more than the other. You know, I've had an hour. You have a go. Charge your phone.
Yep.
Not every day though. I think about 3 days we won't have that available to you. So my phone will last a day and a half, 2 days. I've also got a portable power pack, which you're going to talk about in a minute. And Basker, Chugs and Sonic are the photo kids. Yeah. Give them a round of applause for doing that. Thank you very much. Thanks for taking that
Tags, really.
on. Huh? Tags. Yeah. Thank you, Edge. So, as I've always said, I'd like all participants to follow a vegetarian diet. Binja. There'll be no bacon and eggs on this one, mate. Now, I don't mind if you catch it, kill it, cook it, go for it. But I'd rather you didn't.
But kitchen is not available for him then.
No, exactly. So I'd really like you, from the moment you leave your house, to commit to this, and that would include, for those of you who are checking in, online or whatever, to order an Asian veg meal, Asian vegan meal, Chinese vegan meal, whatever. Harry, is that all right? Thank you. All meals that we'll provide will be lacto-vegetarian, so dairy will be there, or vegan options. There'll be lots of fresh fruits, lots of nuts, beans, rice, salads. Very little breads, from what I understand. No roti. Yeah. So
By the time you come back, you will be like, oh,
slim.
But do you come and do that again?
It's on camera now.
well, yeah, exactly.
We're sharing a room.
Lucky you.
Something you are saying.
Any food allergies, let me know. You don't have to make it public. Please private message me. Let me know about food allergies. Very important. Any religious requirements, some of you have already said that you don't eat onion and garlic. We will try our best to facilitate that as much as possible. Most of the dishes will be without onion and garlic anyway, because they don't cook with certain dishes without. Pardon? What's your allergy? You want to discuss it now or?
Wait.
Veg. I've got your number, Harry. Harry.
It's all right. I'll provide the curry. I'll cook you up a curry.
Can you?
Yeah.
Seriously?
No problem.
So what do we need to bring on that? Will
You
you
don't
bring
need to
some
bring
ingredients?
anything. I will bring it.
Great. Okay, that's good. And somebody else offered to cook khichdi curry. Who was that?
No, it's all right.
Did you offer? No. That would be great.
I cook sweet.
Okay.
It'll be Indian cooks by the time we finish.
Great. Okay. All right, that'd be great. Huh? Khichdi King is Reshma. Reshma! Somebody did.
I'm on strike.
Okay, so cooking, Jan might have some ideas. So liaise with Jan and bring your ingredients, and yeah, it'd be great. And let me know. In fact, let me know in advance if you want them to get something from locally. You know, you don't have to take your potato from here. Just tell me what.
We're talking about masala stuff.
Masala stuff. Okay, good. Daily yoga session B. B.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, B. She's a qualified yoga instructor. She works in 2 or 3 different gyms, from what I understand. Badri also is a yoga master. You've seen his headstands. And did you offer? Oh, okay.
Yes, you can.
She said she did a foot massage.
She does
50 quid.
yes, actually, now, you did offer that.
Yes.
Is that offer still on?
Only if I could be here, you know.
Okay, so in order to fundraise, Picky has offered to give foot massages on a daily basis, is that right? To 5 people. You're going to be so exhausted. You should have made this offer.
5 girls.
But she wants it, you have to sponsor her. So please discuss that individually with Picky. And she can work out the deal, but you have to sponsor her. Sponsor the charity. B and Badri are yoga queens. Kings and queens. Okay, and everyone will be required to attend that warm-up. There's no faffing about on this occasion. Don't get, comfortable thinking this is an easy one. It is easy compared to the others, but it would be very hard if you or I injure ourselves, and I'm telling myself more so than anything. So when B says tomorrow morning's call is whatever the time, you all have to be there ready to go. Yeah? Please. Thank you. Itinerary as per the original document. I'm not going to go through the itinerary because you've already got that document that you've read so well.
Wrong time with that.
But I will reissue it with an update this week, probably by Tuesday at the latest. And with these notes. All these notes will be on that. Kit list. We've been going on and on about kit list. Buddy's going to go through it. I'm going to finish this and then we're going to go back to this kit list. But the most important thing to remember is we're going to a rainforest. We're going to a tropical forest. We're going to a jungle. And it's post-rainy season. So apparently right now it's not raining crazy. They're ending their rainy season and it hasn't extended into, the long-term forecast. We should be all right. You will still get downpours like we did. Probably 45 minutes here and there. It's unpredictable, but at the moment it looks like the rain season is well and truly over. But that doesn't mean the ground is not sodden, it's not wet, there's not puddles. You will be walking through streams. So top layer waterproof, bottom layer waterproof that you can pull over. Waterproof boots, very, very important. You don't want to be walking in crappy wet shoes. And tether type sandals, which Buddy will go through for the whitewater rafting and for the moments when we walk through the streams, which there are few. Safety, petty crime as opposed to narcos. There are very few drugs gangs over there that I know about. Don't draw attention to yourself, Deepak. me and you. Yeah. Not recommended that you roam around on your own. Some parts of San Jose are Soho 1980. Think about it. Very dodgy. Beware of taxi scams. This is only relevant on the last day, really. Some of you, I think we will have to use a taxi. And we will go collectively to one place for a meal, but you might want to come back early. Don't go on your own. Always partner up with someone. Not just the women I'm talking about, even the men. It can be a little dodgy at night time. And don't flash your cash. Don't walk around Basco with lots of camera equipment in San Jose. Be very careful. And think group. Always think of the group mentality. How can if somebody is going home on their own, I'm going to come with you. Let's help each other. Exclusions. It's all on the document. I'm just talking about the food exclusions here. There's more exclusions. The travel day out, airport day. I'm not buying breakfast or lunch. You will have a dinner when you arrive, some sort of dinner. On that free day, on the beach, your lunch isn't included, which you know about. So I don't think you want to sit. That's your free day to do what you want anyway. And on the travel home day, when we get you to the airport, get your own lunch, get your own dinner on British Airways. You'll have a meal. What I am looking to do, this is an exclusion, but I will look at my budget to see if I can buy you all dinner on the arrival at the Caribbean, and then the bus to San Jose, I'll see how I can get you a lunch at least, and then an evening dinner on that day, on Friday the 29th in San Jose. So that's where I'm thinking of going out to this area, which I can't remember what it's called. A lovely area, it's where the middle class sort of restaurants and all that is. We are hoping to have a party on the 28th, some sort of celebration dinner with awards. And I'm looking to get some sort of entry to a jazz club type of event on the 29th in the evening in San Jose. Just so you know, so Not that you need suits and all that, but you know, a smart shirt might be nice, and you know, whatever. Yeah. Right, exclusions, really important. Additional transfers. If you don't arrive at the airport, I mean, this is really for the Americans and those going on a different flight. Group think. We go together. We come together to and from the airport. Emergency evacuation or vehicle to the next trek destination. If you can't be bothered to do the next day, you have to pay your own way out to get to the next destination. I'm not paying for that. There's no facility. So really, when you start that trek, it's all the way. There's no get out clauses on this one. This was all in the original document. Gratuities for guides, bellboys at the hotels if you want to think. There's this government of Costa Rica departure tax. I don't know if that's a thing.
It's still no. I mean, there's no.
It used to be there, and when we went in
tickets,
it's already included in the ticket. I'm pretty sure. But you know, you might get asked at the airport. Meals and tours not specific. Personal medical expenses, again, it's to do with travel insurance. Entrance to museums or plazas. I don't even think we got time to go to any museums. On the Saturday, hopefully we got that walking tour. Optional for 2 hours. It's wonderful just to do that walking tour around San Jose. It's a beautiful, beautiful city. And you only need 2 hours. Sea kayaking is an option on day 9. I've mentioned it before. I just wanted to sit with you. I don't want to go into major detail. Sea kayaking is 40 kilometers from Finquapuquare, which you'll see on the document. The last day, currently we are driving you to the coast to finish the trek, but because it's too dangerous to walk. But there is an option to sea kayak from here to here. It's about 40 kilometers. So you sea kayak, you get to here, a boat picks you up, it takes you somewhere else, takes the bus. Then it's the same amount of time, but it means doing this for 40 kilometers. It's a duet, 2 people. You know, so somebody who's a bit weaker, somebody who's stronger will pair you up. Now my thoughts on this is it's a £125 option. I will see if I can subsidise that in some way, and I won't know till we get there, and also if we can make a negotiation with them. But my thought is it's got to be all or nothing, or at least a majority or nothing. It's an option, just sit with it, and then we'll discuss it on the first day when we get there. First, second, third day we'll discuss it. Yeah. Just to check the temperature in the room, does anyone fancy that?
Yes.
How long does it take though, on average?
For the sea kayak?
Yeah, how long does it normally
6 hours. That whole thing, from start to getting to the point we need to get you 6 hours, the whole drive from start to getting you there is about 3.5, 3 hours.
How long does it take you to do the 40 kilometres?
See,
3 hours?
3-4 hours. It depends if the current's carrying you, you know, going out to the sea. It's at the end of the whitewater rafting, so the river's flowing smooth. Now, if it is raining, there's a lot of rain coming off the mountains or whatever, then the river will push you further. You know, it might be a bit of a rapid. Is it strenuous? What do you say? You've done it.
It's not that strenuous, but again, because the flow is there, and then the monsoon. River flow is more rapid. The rapid is more. That's what I mean.
So, show of hands. What did everyone say? Yes or no? Who's thinking yes?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. At the moment, 12. 12, yeah, you'll take it. Of course you will. So it's nearly half the group. I need to get that up to about 75% to make it worth it. Otherwise, I don't want to split the group completely. Let's see if we can convince the others. I mean, look, my thought is, you all know me, right? You saw what I was like doing the whitewater rafting in Ladakh. I hate water. I hate swimming. I only like sitting in a jacuzzi or a hot bath. I can't swim, but I had to face my fears and I did it. I'm looking at Rajan at this point. My son took me, we were in the Caribbean, and he took me on that, what's it called, snorkeling. And I can't swim and I hate it, and he put this thing on me, a life jacket, and I said, no, I'm not going. He said, shut up. And then he started doing a Jay Shetty on me and said, come on, you got to be the best that you can. And he got me out there, and I was still hanging on to this bloody ladder. You remember, Chugs, when we went to Florida? And I tried it there, and I was, like that, crapping it. And then eventually I was forced, because he pretended he was drowning, to go out there. And then I realised you can actually float with a life jacket. It's amazing. Those life jackets are amazing. And I got to see turtles and sharks and all the rest of it, and all those fishies and everything. So as long as the life jacket works. As my dad would say, not great, guys. Right, now listen, really important, and this is where I get a little bit serious because this is a fundraising event, and I need you all to fundraise, and you've all been very aware of that, and I haven't phoned anyone yet to say what is going on. But this is what is going on. We need to pull our fingers out and really start now, okay? It's you know, people have got charity for tea, they've got Christmas coming up, they're Diwali back then. But I don't think it's beyond the realms, and some people have talked to me just a few days ago who originally said this is going to be very tough, but actually they're on £1,000 almost now. It's, you know, it's really quite easy. Use your networks. If you've asked someone 3 times before, don't ask them again. Go somewhere else. Use your work. Look at the work CSR policy. Look at if they'll match you. If I raise 500, 700, will you match it? Ask your companies. Everyone who hasn't started their Virgin page, be honest. Okay. Everyone has. All right. I thought they hadn't. But I tell you who everyone hasn't done. You haven't linked it to the campaign page, and I sent details of how to do that. So can you? Did you get yours back up and running?
Yeah, I did.
Thank you. I don't know what happened. Well done. Please, I'll help you today. If you log in on your phone to your Virgin account, I'll do it for you. I'll show you. And I did it for a restaurant yesterday, and I somehow managed to close her account down.
Don't let him do it.
Let the restaurant do it.
I'll do it for you.
Yeah. But it is really easy, honest. Now, in fundraising terms, 60% of most fundraising happens before you leave. So don't be scared if you've only hit 60% of that target, 1,500. 20% will happen while you're out there, tweeting, Facebooking, all the rest of that. Instagram. Yeah, thank you. 20% will happen. You know, oh, here I am. Look at me. I broke my big toe. I had a snake bite. I've been bitten by a bat. Help the children. They will. People will, because they'll get so fed up. Oh God, and most people think about it when you get a link for someone's fundraising. Oh, I'll do that. That's really good. And it's forgotten about. They just want a gentle reminder, and they'll, you know, just on the day Prema was running, was it Prema or someone? Jigna was doing something on the bloody day. Oh God, I haven't done it, and she did it, and then I did it, so she got double our money. So you want to catch people out like that as well. That's quite good. So don't worry if you've written to someone and they haven't written back. It's just probably because they're lazy or they've forgotten or something. It's not personal. So 20%, and then 20% will happen after. Can you adjust all of your campaign pages? Some of you set different dates. 31st of December is when you should stop fundraising, and we will take that balance as of that date, 31st of December. Now, fundraising, I'll tell you now. Actually, this again, I've said this so many times. Don't say sponsor me, because that looks like there's paying for you to go. You paid your own way. Make it very clear to everyone. I paid out of my own pocket to do this. But what I'm asking you to do is support the charity I care for, I love, I've seen, I've been there, I've done it. You know, this is very important to me. Words like that. Make it emotive. This isn't about you paying me. I don't care whether you do it or not, but I want you to help the children. Don't help me. Okay, so that sort of tagline, don't sponsor me, but donate to the charity. Now, one person really does deserve our gratitude and thanks, and he couldn't be here today to hear it, but Dalip is currently on £19,000. So Bhaskar, normally the competition was Bhaskar and Dr. Ravi. Bhaskar's, he's doing well. His company had donated things, and he's, you know, Bhaskar's bought a whole load of camera equipment, which I don't want to say how he bought that, but cut that bit. So Bhaskar's done really well so far, but you know, I think real amazing effort. He's an accountant, so he knows where all the money's stashed. So he's done very well. So thank you, Dalip. Thank you very much. And I hope that you won't stop. Sports project. This is what we're doing it for. Just a reminder. You should have seen this document. Have you all seen this document? No. Okay, I'll pass it on. It'll be on the thing. Sports. Learning to participate. All these sports, various courts. Improvise and upgrade the current facility. I'm running out of battery. That's why I'm rushing. We've done a whole load of research. In fact, Koshi was out there. Koshi is an Ofsted inspector. She works in education. She's an educational consultant. She's been out there looking at how we do this. I do have that. What a shame. Give me one sec. I don't know what else I was going to talk about. Info. You know, we stop here. Can you all see that? This is important. Can you see that? Yeah? Right. You know, it's like that thing when you say, oh, how are you? You're not really interested. Can you all see that? I'm really interested that you can, yeah. So maybe if I turn it that way. But that gives you all, oh no, I've done it now. That gives you a breakdown of what the costings are to build this sports facility. So feel free to double check it with people in India if that's reasonable. And you'll get a copy of that. Anyway, that's all there. And I wanted to show you this photo of this young man who when I was filming out there last year, have a look at that. It's just the most beautiful photo. You'll get it on your presentation. He was one of the street.
Have a look at it, yeah.
He was one of the street kids, and he was just going around like this to everyone. Absolutely stunning. So that's the end of my presentation, and I did that in 40 minutes. Bloody hell. So now you can harass Budri.
Oh no.
How do you want people to stand up or do from there?
Just next to me. Sit next to me.
I'm with you.
Yeah. Okay, so.